I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Yep, folks, it's an end of an era. Seems Toys R Us is closing all of its stores here in the United States and abroad, simply due to bankruptcy. And for those that don't understand it, is that they have more debt than they bringing in money. So, how did this happen? Some folks say, well, it's Amazon, and everybody can order and get their stuff the same day. They don't have to drive out to Toys R Us anymore. They can get lower prices at Walmart and or Target, and Toys R Us is just not the place to be. And in all honesty, it's kind of a bit of all those pieces. Some due to competition, and some to Toys R Us basically shooting itself in the foot by not willing to adapt. This can be seen in other stores, sort of like FAO Schwartz, as well as Blockbuster, where they simply could not adapt or refused to adapt, and therefore they put themselves in the position to where they were doomed to fail. Um, I mean, uh, Toys R Us has been around since I was a little boy, and it was nothing cooler than seeing those commercials on TV, and then that was the place to go if you wanted a toy. Uh, but in this day and age, um, I really don't see a lot of kids playing with toys now. You have your children, your babies playing with toys, simply because they're playing with the little blocks and the letters and all that, and they're trying to understand and learn. But even at this day and age, younger and younger children are starting to play with tablets and the apps that come along with them. Case in point is I have a granddaughter who will be 4 this year, and I remember it was either last year or the year before. Her mother bought her a 2DS, and she also used to play with my tablet back when I used to watch her. She did have a slew of toys in her little play area, but she also had access to my PlayStation controller. She loved to play with that. She also loved to play with my tablet. So she had access to both. Where, as I was growing up, pretty much it was 100% toys. And I played with toys until, I mean, a pretty late age, between 10 and 12 years old. So I think a lot of kids nowadays just don't play with a lot of toys. And, one thing also with my generation being in the 80s and 90s, a lot of your children's programming in the late afternoon when I come home from school, the He-Mans, the Transformers, the G.I. Joes, and what have you, were actually big commercials for toys. The Thundercats, the Silverhawks. Those were all just basically toy commercials. In today's age, you really don't see that as much. Um, Sorry, my phone's ringing here. Let me stop it here. So, you know, that is also a generational thing. You go into Toys R Us and it's this huge warehouse of different toys. Um, Anywhere from Barbies to Legos to building blocks to, and I just don't see this generation really, playing with those as much as the kids of yesteryear. Now, yeah, I'm sure you have some childcare, centers out there that have these, but in typical households, just to avoid the clutter and all that, um, you don't see very many toys. And case in point, Lego really was almost close to shutting down over a decade ago until they started to license their product to create, themed Lego products. Um, Back in the late 90s, they signed a deal with, Lucasfilm to do themed Star Wars products, and that was a boon for them, and that actually turned them around to where they're a huge success today. But they were actually having a lot of trouble. People were buying less and less Legos. Now with their licensed product, they're more of a collectible items, and you don't. If you actually go to a Lego store, you see a lot more adults than you see children, and they're going in there to collect the skyscraper Legos or the Star Wars Legos or the Back to the Future Lego or the Ghostbusters Lego or the Pirates of the Caribbean Lego or the Simpsons Lego. It's a it's more, it's not for the toy, it's more for the themed. When you go to A lot of times when you go to Walmart or Target, if you look in the toy sections, there's a lot of themes. You have, your wrestling toys, you have your Star Wars toys, and you have your pop figures, and then you have your Barbies, and that's about it. The toy section just, and then you have, your preschool toys. But the toy section's just not where it used to be, and they're getting smaller and smaller every year. So for Toys R Us, for to have that huge of real estate space dedicated to toys, is just not viable. One of the other things with Toys R Us that I noticed over the years was that they really did not adapt like they should have to the new web, 1.0, 2.0 lifestyle. And I'll be perfectly honest, their website all through these years, I mean, the web has been around since, over 20 years now. And just watching it evolve, Toys R Us is not one of those businesses that evolved with it. I've gone to their website many a times over the years, and it's just an atrocious website. I would say go to their website now, but since they're closing all their stores, everything is close out or clearance. But it was just, if you went to the website, it was just trash. It was just hard to find any items. It was hard to notice if any of their stores had them, and it was very difficult to order. It was not easy as, let's say, a Target or a Best Buy. One of the things I really liked about Best Buy's website is that one of the things is, does my local store have it? If and if it doesn't have it, are there any stores in my area that has it? And click on it and they'll say yes or no, or a store that's 30, 40 miles away might have it. And if I opted to, I can just go get it, or the ship to store. Toys R Us didn't have that for the longest time. I don't even know if they have it now. And I know Target has it. You click on it and they'll say our store has one or two of them or 10 of them, and you go and get it. Depending on whether or not the site is accurate, but at least those options were available. um, Toys R Us did not have that, and that's a very, very bad thing to have in this day and age. Um, and one thing I want to say out there is that if you have a gift card to Toys R Us, and here it is, March 16th, 2018, you need to use that gift card within the next 30 days, because since they've filed for bankruptcy, basically what they're saying is they're no longer able to pay off their debts. And what a gift card is a gift card is an unsecured debt on their books, because basically it was a prepayment of money for a future purchase. So basically, Toys R Us owes the holder of that gift card money, or an item of that same value, or however. Anyway, so on the bankruptcy rules, they're trying to get rid of debt. So with the gift cards being an unsecured debt, basically the courts can say you no longer owe on those gift cards anymore. And this has happened many a times where other companies have filed for bankruptcy, and people who have had those gift cards become worthless. So a word to the wise, and tell your friends out there, if they received a gift card for Toys R Us for Christmas or birthdays recently, or if you purchased one to give away later on, get rid of them. Use them now. So I just wanted to give my 2 cents on that. Anyway, what are your thoughts about Toys R Us? Was it a store you're gonna miss? Is it a store you'd like to go to? I might go there this weekend. I heard things are 60% off this weekend, and if I'm lucky, I might find some Star Wars Legos or a few other things out there. Some pop figures or whatnot, and I might buy some for me, um, or maybe my grandchild. Anyway, if you like this commentary on the closings of Toys R Us, hit that like button. If you want to hear more of my rants on things that happen during the days or current events, hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification button. From my understanding, every time you hit that notification button or that subscribe button, an angel gets its wings. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done talking about this for now. I'll find something else to talk about. You guys have been awesome. Talk to you later. Peace.